Hey, it's Dave Altavilla for HotHardware here with the Autonomous Smart Desk 2. We're going to take you on a nickel tour of this high-tech piece of office furniture and even show you the build process a little bit. Next. And here are the two boxes that the Autonomous AI Smart Desk 2 ships in. As you can see, one box for the desktop surface itself and one for the base. We ordered the 53-inch white curved business edition model desktop, and as you can see, that box on the right is the desktop surface itself. 53 inches wide by 30 inches deep with that slightly curved front edge. The base is a heavy-duty base. That is the business edition base. It supports 300 pounds of weight, and in that box is 67 pounds of hardware. So you better not be cheating on your squats or deadlifts with this build, boys and girls. This is some heavy-duty hardware. Let's go ahead and unbox it and check it out. And here we are, we've got all of our hardware and components unboxed. It does not look like too difficult to build, I wouldn't say. Again, this is the 53-inch by 30-inch deep curved desktop surface you are looking at here. And there are various models to choose from. There's also a 70-inch wide one. Again, that curved edge on the desk itself is one shape you can choose from. There's ergonomic, there's the classic, which is a straight edge. So multiple different styles. Again, this is the heavier duty business model, retails for $399, and as you can see, the base is made of very sturdy, heavy duty, heavy gauge steel construction. And so I'm not sure what the home model looks like, but that's $299, so it's a little bit lighter duty. Again, this model supports up to 300 pounds. The home edition supports up to 220 pounds. So let's go ahead and assemble this puppy. I'm not gonna drag you through a big long time lapse of the build here, that's for sure. I'm just gonna hit certain strategic points in the build and we'll go from there. So here's the instruction manual, and you'll be happy to know that it is very thin. It's pretty well detailed. Good pictorials here. Looks like about 13 easy steps, thankfully, from what I can see. So it doesn't look too complicated at all. You get 40 something or so of these various and sundry bolts and screws, and this trusty Allen wrench, which quite frankly is not going to cut it. I would not blame Autonomous for this. However, obviously they can't pack any sort of exotic tools, but this Allen wrench times 40 bolts equals frustration and an aching wrench hand, I would say. So I would advise getting something on the order of this bad boy here, the proverbial power drill, cordless power drill with Allen wrench bit in it to make things a lot quicker and easier. We're gonna go ahead and dig right in. Okay, assembling crossbar ends with M6 machine screws. Again, that cordless drill driver coming in very handy. As you can see, these are the motorized sections as well. Autonomous says we should not be tightening these screws down, incidentally, just to hold them in place with a few turns. And assembling side brackets into crossbar legs. Also with those M6 screws. And as you can see, this is building a platform for the desktop surface itself. The legs and the side brackets. And again, we're not tightening these down. They tell us to just a few turns to hold them in place. Fitting said rubber cushions, these little black rubber cushions, into the brackets and beams as instructed as well here. And this will isolate the stand from the table surface, from the desk surface. So these are actually little rubber cushions, which will give us a little bit of protection from vibration and shock and all that good stuff radiating in from the base, or from the desk down through the base, I suppose. I'm gonna twist them in there, get them in there good. And as you can see, things are beginning to take shape here for our base. We have connected the crossbar assemblies, and we're about to attach the feet. That is a technical term from the folks at Autonomous. Attaching the feet to the bottom of the desk platform. Right now, Now we've been instructed to install the screws in a cross pattern so as to torque them down evenly, which we have done that. We would also offer that it's a good idea to use a variable speed drill. They're very common, obviously, but one with a clutch maybe as well, so you don't over torque those screws and you can control the rotation speed of your drill driver. Now we're cooking with gas. We're mounting the desktop to the base itself with some wood screws. We are switching over to a Phillips head bit. And this is another one of those situations where you want to partially screw each screw in first, just to check for positioning. We lined it up. Our desk is actually pre-drilled, but we lined it up with those holes. So you get all three lined up, partially drilled in, so that you can at least get them in straight, and then finish them off. And this would be the control box. This is going to be mounted with two simple wood screws, nothing fancy here, but this box is pretty fancy. This is what does all the magic with the two motors in each post of the base, and works in conjunction with the control switch mechanism to set the positioning for the table in various heights. And so we're going to mount that right now, and then we'll hook it up with wiring in a little bit. Now we'll mount the positioning switch. This is where all the magic happens, the autonomous positioning switch. You've got up, down, and various presets that you can configure. And two screws here will do the trick. Again, working with our trusty Phillips bit. Very carefully. So you were probably wondering when the electronics would come into play, as we are a tech enthusiast channel here, of course. Here we are connecting the electronics. We are attaching the switch connector as well as the motor control connectors to the control box. And then we will cinch this all up nice and neat with some cable ties, plug it in down this end for power, and away we go. So now that we're all assembled, we can show you the controls for the Autonomous Smart Desk 2. No rocket science going on here, very straightforward controls. You've got an up arrow, a down arrow, and preset buttons that you would set with the memory key over here. But hitting the up arrow obviously lifts the table up, and the down arrow brings the table down. Very straightforward stuff. And if you want to set a preset, memory preset, you just hold the M key down until the numbers here flash, and then you hit your preset button to program. I just programmed preset 3 for the 35.4 inch height, and it goes all the way up to 50.7 inches or so autonomously at the press of a button. The desk also has some nice brushed aluminum cable guides that are punched through the top for you. All you have to do is put in these press fit fittings that just go right into the holes, and really nice actually. Little rubber grommet and brushed aluminum for that high polished look and feel. And really the entire assembly for this desk is very well made with high quality materials. And frankly, those would probably be the best traits of the Autonomous Smart Desk 2, oddly enough. And that would be its premium build quality, fit, finish, and materials and workmanship. When you consider a 53-inch adjustable sit-stand desk like this, it really is a solid value for $399 with the business edition heavy-duty base that we got, $299 for the home edition. Really is a solid value, and that's not even considering its fancy mechanized semi-autonomous with the press of a button at your height preference adjustability. Really good stuff. Make sure you stop by Hot Hardware for our full write-up. I'm Dave Altavilla for HotHardware.com with the Autonomous Smart Desk 2. Thanks for stopping by.